Deep Night actually has some semblance of plot. What a surprise. I sound so sarcastic, but honestly, I meant that in a good way. Hi, my name is Nemugasa. I mean, Nemo-chan. Great for getting my name. It's a good start. So welcome to my channel where I talk about whatever I want to talk about, but mostly I just talk about some gay shit. So welcome to the BL world where having a plot is the best that you can expect. The bar is very low. So getting sidetracked again, story of my life. So when I first saw that Deep Night is completed, and I read the synopsis, first I thought another mid-mature BL again, with a nonsensical plot and lots of cringy NC scenes, and a lot of mature BL recently are just soft porn masquerading as drama. I don't know. And a semblance of plot is the most that you can hope for. Like I said, the bar is set below the ground at this point. But as someone who loves Destiny Seeker and Venus in the Sky, what can I say, right? So I saw that Deep Night also released a special episode. So I said, "Oh, fuck it. Everything else is ongoing anyway, so might as well give this one a try, right?" And I honestly fell in love with the two main characters, Cam and Wella. Their dynamic, their chemistry is really, really good, and their interaction are so enjoyable to watch. I'm going to go through a lot of spoilers, like always, in case you haven't figured that out. If you don't want, then come back after you've watched the series. So Cam and Will are both college student in the same class. I think they are in the business department. Cam is very smitten with Wella right off the bat, but Wella really does not care for him. Cam found out that Wella is working as a host in his mom's nightclub called the Deep Night. Cam whistled his way into working in the club as well to be closer to Wella. But there's, of course, a complication. Of course, there's a complication. One of the rules is no dating your coworker, which is, I know I've trashed this particular plot in Cherry Magic, but I guess in this context, it's understandable because that's just going to be very messy to date your coworker when he's a host or you are both hosts. So that's where most of the story revolved. Getting around that rule, Cam dealing with dating a host and at the same time helping his mom with the business. So this business he does not really care for at the start, even though his mom has been encouraging him to be involved. So the plot sounds simple enough, right? Cliche even. Dating in secret, but like I've mentioned, I love the dynamic of Cam and Wella. Their kissing scenes and NC scenes are so playful and flirty that I do not feel any cringe or awkwardness watching it at first. I thought this is another toxic, mature BL, right? But Cam and his best friend as well, Japan, are both such green flags. Cam is such a sweet, caring boyfriend who actually communicates with his partner. I'm not saying he's perfect. He definitely knows what he's doing when he's pursuing and flirting with Wella. But at the same time, he's a jealous dumbass who does not stop and think sometimes that he's dating a host. But even in their conflict, they actually talk to each other, which is, yeah, surprise. I know. What a shocking character flaw. Actually, communicating with your partner. You know, communication is never the strongest point with the characters in these shows. So, Cam reaching out to Bella not even a day after their arguments or is such a breath of fresh air. Cam's priority is always Wella's well being. And for Wella, he knows that he's busy. He's a working student, he's on scholarship, he works together with his mom at the same time in their shop. So he really appreciates Cam's affection and care for him. So their relationship is so relatable with how flirty they are, because that's so normal with new relationships, just kissing, reaching out to touch each other for no reason. And I know most of these shows likes to save the kiss for a special episode, but that's not really how new relationship works. So the playfulness and the flirty scenes that they have together are just so adorable. I love them so much. One of my favorite scenes was their first date. So there was an auction for the host. The hosts are on auction. Cam, of course, bid for Wella so he could spend the night with him. Um, I love that Wella paid off what Cam spent on the auction to make it clear to Cam that their date was real and that it's not about work. So like I said, not everything here is perfect. For example, Cam and Wella flirting, and there are just some lines that are really really awkward. Lines like eating each other instead of having a meal. Let me just spoil the fantasy for you. It's not as sexy in real life. You and your partner would not be able to keep a straight face if you use that kind of lines during sexy scenes. It does not work. Works in fiction, real life application leaves much to be desired. I can promise you that. So for other characters, Cam's best friend, Japan or Pan, like I said, is such a green flag as well. He fell for the number two host, Seiji, but Seiji's best friend, Ken, also likes him for a long time, like since they were young. But Seiji chose Pan because they connected right from the start. They're flirting, there's chemistry there, there's a spark. But Pan, being one of the best guys out there, knew Seiji feels something for his best friend Ken as well. So he's conflicted. Seiji likes him, but he's obviously sad about letting Ken go as well or hurting Ken. And Pan himself feels for Ken. Pan, to some degree, likes Ken as well because of how he takes care of Seiji and how caring he is about Seiji. And they're back and forth trying to win Seiji's affection and Seiji's attention is actually really, really cute. Instead of antagonistic, so Pan's confused, right? He's concerned for both the best friends, Seiji and Ken's relationship. So his own best friend to the rescue, Cam, the main lead. He said, Cam suggested, if you're so concerned about both of them, why not just date both of them? And I'm like, really? We're doing that here? Okay. Show it to me, please. Thank you. Actually, that's not exactly how it works. What Pan suggested after fantasizing about Ken and Seiji doing him is for Seiji to just date both of both of them, him and Ken. And at first I thought that's going to be very, very messy, very, very quick. Because Ken is not exactly the most patient and most selfless. Like he's probably only selfless and patient with Seiji. But for everyone else, he's very comes off very strong. But based on the montage on the last episode as well as the special episode, it actually feels like a proper trouble with Ken and Pan also being affectionate to each other. And I love that for them. It actually feels more like Pan is the one in the middle instead of Seiji. Like instead of Pan and Ken sharing Seiji, Pan seems to be the one being shared, which is good for him. It's actually really sad that the behind the scenes does not have any English caption because, I'm dumb. I don't understand any other language other than my native tongue and English. Still watch it because I was trying to find the behind the scenes for their performance numbers in the club, but unfortunately, there's not much of it. So I don't normally follow actors in their social media other than a few, but I checked Pan's Insta and it's actually full of Ken. I only saw Seiji like once or twice, and they look really cute together. I want a series of them as the leads. I guess even before the ending, people had been asking or speculating that Pan and Ken, who are supposed to be rivals for the same guy, would actually end up together with how much they've been seen on social media. So is the trouble better, or would it have been preferable if Pan and Ken ended up together? Honestly, I don't think it was feasible with how the story went. So they would have needed more episodes and more interaction between Ken and Pan. For them to end up together without Seiji. The Trouble storyline makes sense with the plot, and it would have been out of left field if they dump Seiji and there's no logical path for the conclusion of them to being together on their own. It's just too bad that the Trouble plot came like at the very last episode and their dynamics was not really explored. What explode? Words, small brain, big words. So it was not explored more other than like I've mentioned montage and even the scenes from the last episode and the special episode was colored with awkwardness because of the product placement with the insurance that is weird and funny and out of place. I don't know what else. I don't know who made the decision to put the insurance product placement there, but okay, moving on. So if those are not enough for you, there's also Cam's mother, the owner of the club. Freya is dating another woman and they are both absolutely gorgeous. And so like I mentioned, this is set in a club, right? And they have aerial shows that's actually really good. One of the other hosts, I forgot his name. He got a couple of good numbers, good performance numbers. And Wella and Cam had a program too at the last episode, and honestly, the performance is top tier. I really love it. That's why I was looking for the behind the scenes because of those performances. The aerial shows with the straps, I really enjoyed those. So tell me, have you watched Deep Night? Did you enjoy it? Comment down below. If you don't know what to comment, just comment straps or blindfolds. Keep yourself hydrated out there. We are already going to burn in hell in the afterlife. I honestly don't fancy burning alive in this reality too. So drink your water. Bye bye.